Hello, welcome or welcome back. This is my end of the month two-parter. It is gonna start with my breakdown of what I spent in the month, how my budget went for the month, and then my monthly net worth update. So I've been debating whether or not I will split this into two videos. This month I'm just gonna do it in one, but next month I think I'll do it in two videos just because I don't want it to be too long. But let me know what you think. If you think it should be two videos or one in the future, I don't know. We'll see what happens. So for October, let's see how this went. I do budget by paycheck, so this is actually two paychecks. This is September 28th to October 25th. That is my month of October. I find it easier to look back at my transactions if I do it by paycheck and then have a monthly overview of the two paychecks, just so that I'm staying on track with everything, especially with my goals. So that is why I do it this way. Anyway, let's get into it. So for my inflow, I budgeted $2,060, which is two of the worst paychecks I've had at my job, minus $20 each. So the worst paycheck was $10.50 up until now. Well, up until this current paycheck. So this is going to change. I'm going to start budgeting for less than this, which is not terribly exciting, but I like to give myself wiggle room, so that is how we do it. So my actual paycheck was $2,139.05. This 5 cents bothered me a lot because I started rounding my transactions after this, so the 5 cents is going to disappear. Don't worry about it. And then for other income, that was $1,877, and that is a combination of the second job that I picked up and interest income and a few other things. So that's what that is. I didn't have any rollover. And then I pulled $357 from savings, and I budgeted for none of these things. I just budgeted for the worst paychecks. So that brought my total inflow to $4,373.05, as opposed to the $2,060 that I budgeted for. And then for my investments in the next segment, I budgeted for $412. I actually sent $1,261.05. Had to get rid of that 5 cents, y'all. And that went to my Roth IRA, which is after-tax investments that are like when I reach retirement and I take the money out, then that money is tax-free. So it grows tax-free, but you put it in after tax, so you don't get a tax deduction for this. And then for my completely taxable investment account, that got $154. And that brought my subtotal to $1,415.05 for all my investments, contributions. That left me with $2,958. So that is way ahead of what I budgeted for, and that is a-okay. Then for my monthly bills, I budgeted for YouTube Premium Family, $23, spent $23. Renter's insurance, I was kind of irritated with. Apparently, I'm with American Family Insurance, and apparently they had some kind of technical difficulty. So while the money was due, the payment was due on the 23rd, this didn't actually clear my account until last night. So this did not come out during the paycheck because the paycheck cleared out on the 25th. So that's going to be on November's budget. And then car wash, budgeted $18, spent $18. Netflix, budgeted $10, spent $11 because the amount went up. I guess there's tax. I don't know why it's different than it was the first time, but there we have it. $1 off. So that brought my subtotal to $52 as opposed to $72 I budgeted for because, again, no renter's insurance. Leaves me with $2,906. And then for my variable expenses, these are expenses where I either spend it or I don't. We're on rough guidelines here. We're not super strict. But dining out, I budgeted $40, actually spent $165. I'm not happy about this. If we're gonna start being more realistic in December. And then for groceries, budgeted $440, actually spent $168 because my partner is contributing to groceries for the time being. And then fuel and tolls, budgeted $168, spent actually $68. So that's nice. I'm gonna start budgeting less for that. That brings my subtotal for variable expenses to $401, leaves me with $2,505, which is way above the $928 that I budgeted for, and that is, again, a-okay. Then we get to my variable sinking funds. These are funds that I consider the money spent once it's been allocated. However, this is not actually how much I'm spending. So it averages out like throughout the year, but I'm not keeping receipts. I'm not like breaking things down like that. I'm not doing that. It'd be way too many transactions to keep track of. So we just go with, this is how much I spent. Even though I do still have money in these envelopes. So health got nothing, even though I budgeted 100. Shopping got 80, even though I budgeted 40. We needed stuff. I don't know what to tell you. Birthdays got 20 as expected. Clothing got 90 as opposed to the 40 that I budgeted for. Shoes got 25 as predicted. Pet food got 40 as expected. Transit got 100. And this 100 is actually mostly still there. So we're good. We're good to go. Personal got $20 as expected. Miscellaneous got 20 as expected. So that brought my variable sinking funds total to $395, which is $10 less than what I budgeted for, and I'm okay with that. Left me with $2,110, which is more than what I budgeted for, so we're good on that. And then for my goals, this is the arguably the most important part of my budget here. Oops, sorry, I bumped the light. So these are the things that I'm saving up for. These I consider actual savings. So these are in my savings account, and I contribute to this using the buckets in my Ally Bank accounts. So these are like real savings. And these are all either a year or longer like goals. Or, well, so one of them is 6 months. So car insurance is 6 months, but everything else is a year or longer. So registration and license got $170 as opposed to the $60 that I budgeted for. Subscriptions got $232 as opposed to the $35 that I budgeted for. Phone got $176 as opposed to the $66 that I budgeted for. And then car insurance got $370, which is way more than the $260 that I budgeted for. Car maintenance got $160, which is of course more than the $50 that I budgeted for. Christmas, of course, did not get anything because that is fully funded for now. Well, until after Christmas, and then I'll start with my first January paycheck. I'm going to start contributing to Christmas again. And then emergency fund got $162 as opposed to the $52. And then $263 went to school fund, $110 went to furniture, and $110 went to wedding fund. So these are all contributions to my savings, and that is a total of $1,753. Left me with $357, which, as we know, matches how much I took from savings. So the math, y'all, it only took me one try. I was so proud of myself. And then for the goal funds spent, which is my final category, this is just so that I know what I actually spent out of like these categories here. So that was Costco, which is one of my subscriptions that comes out of subscriptions. That was $120. And then Christmas decor was $193, and that of course comes out of my Christmas fund. And clown repellent, I spent $44. This is an investment in emotional regulation. So it was a box set of books for my partner's kids. But clown repellent is actually, in case you haven't been watching my channel, clown repellent is my Chicago bucks. So this little thing is full of the dollar bills that are from the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago. And yeah, I save those for when emotional regulation becomes paramount. And then I'll spend some of it. So that was $44. And that, of course, matches how much I took out of savings. So we are done with that. That was $357, left me with zero-based budget. I'm so pleased that the math worked out for that. The math, sometimes it really doesn't. And that's part of why I do the monthly overviews, because sometimes between the two paychecks, I don't know, like something happens and some transactions get lost along the way. So it's always nice to double check the math with this. Let me know if you do the same. I know some people do the actual like first of the month to the 31st or the 30th or whatever. If you budget by paycheck, I don't really know how the monthly thing would work. I watched the Budget Mom do it, but to me it seemed a lot more complicated than just putting the two paychecks together. I don't know. Let me know what you think. If you think it's easier to do it the other way. I know sometimes bills like this get like lost along the way, but again, that could happen if I went to the first to the end of the month too. Like if there was a bill that was supposed to come out at the end of the month, it might have come out on the first of the next month. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. But that is it for the month of October, and then we go to the important stuff here. Well, the most important, I guess. I don't know. But my net worth statement, I should have said. The last page that I went through, So this right here is from Vertex 42. This is their zero-based budget worksheet, and I have edited it. This is not the actual worksheet that you would find on their website. I did make some edits to it, and I am editing it further in future months. So this is not this is not like the actual version that they have on their website, just in case you're curious. But it is the worksheet that looks vaguely like this is available on Vertex 42's website for free. You can get that worksheet on there and like edit it however you want, just like I'm doing. I was using the Budget Mom's Budget by Paycheck workbook, which is what this page is from. I was using that for everything, but I ran out of space for my savings. The way she has her stuff set up just didn't work for me. So I decided to go with a free worksheet that I found online instead. Because, you gotta do what you gotta do to make things work for you. Like, the budget should match your life. You don't change your life to match your budget, if that makes sense. Anyway, that's the way I look at it. So, now for my monthly net worth tracker, net worth tracker, which comes from the Budget Mom's Budget by Paycheck workbook. Date of review, today is Halloween. Happy Halloween, y'all. Okay, today's Halloween. I did, of course, look at my bank accounts and everything, but I have not counted out the monies. So, we shall see. I haven't added everything up yet, so this is going to be a little bit of an adventure for me, and I'm hoping it works out okay. So for house savings, I have in the bank $3,776.73. And then in my checking account, I have $658.21. And in my account buffer, I have $2,000. I'm aiming for the whole like a month ahead thing with my buffer. So that's how we're doing that. And then goodness gracious. Okay, so unstuffed cash. Unstuffed cash is next. This is just in this little envelope in my variable funds or whatever. I do not put money back in the bank. What I do is I just unstuff the money and I put it in this income envelope right here. And then when it comes time for my next cash stuffing, I just use that cash instead of taking money out of the bank. So it just stays in the bank, and then like things, it evens out in the end is what I'm saying. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 5, 75, 85, 95, 600. So we have 600 here, and let's hope that I can keep track of the number. So that's 600. And then 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So $633 in unstuffed cash. So that's nice. I'm probably not going to be, because I have so much unstuffed cash, I'm probably not going to be withdrawing cash from the bank for the next like 2 months maybe. I don't know. Because I already stuffed for November because that paycheck, my first November paycheck started on the 26th, so on October 26th. So I shouldn't need more cash until January. I think that's how that's gonna go. Next is registration and license. And that is in here. So registration and license has 100, 20, 40, 60, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. So $179 in registration and license. And out of all of these, yes, I am using fake money for most of these, just because I want to get that sweet bank account interest. So subscriptions is next, and subscriptions has 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 529. $529 in subscriptions, and then phone bill. And I, in case you didn't know, I have Mint Mobile now, so I pay annually for my phone bill. So I'm saving as I go along the year. So 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 91. So 191 in phone savings. Ta-da. And car insurance. This is every 6 months. 100, 200, 300, 320, 340, 360, 370. So 370, which of course matches how much I contributed this month, because I just paid in September for the whole 6 months. So it's 370. And then tax saving should be the same as last time, because I haven't added or taken away from anything. So we have 15,000. And then 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 16,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 17,000. 2035, 1735. Yeah, $17,035. Good grief. Okay, so 1735. Yep. Okay. Next we have clown repellent. And clown repellent has 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So $28 in clown repellent. And then Earnings Hemingway, which is my little piggy right here. I decided to collect $2 bills for that to represent the change that's in here. And so that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So $16 that's actually in change right there. And then car maintenance is next. Car maintenance has 100, 200, 300, 400, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 20, 40, 65, 66, 67, 1,067. And this is going to be spent, I mean, I'm sure I'll need some kind of maintenance besides the regularly scheduled maintenance. Like I'll probably need like wiper blades or something, I don't know, before it's due, before the 2 years is up. But for now, I don't actually need any maintenance. And then Christmas has 100, 200, 300, 320, 340, 351. 351. Because I have bought some Christmas decorations. I haven't put them up yet, but I did buy some with the help of my partner's kids, they're pretty excited about it. They're pretty stoked because they're little kids. They're 8 and 6. They love Christmas. And then emergency fund has yield very not fancy placeholder for $14,000. And then 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 15,000. 1, 2, 3, 305, 306, 307, 308. So $15,308 in my emergency fund, which is sort of fully funded, I suppose. It depends on how you want to look at it. So my expenses kind of vary with my income, because of course they do. And my actual, like, if you want to go with my bare bones expenses, then yes, my emergency fund is fully funded. However, I don't want to do that. I want to eventually get to 6 months of actual income replacement. So I'm just going to keep adding the $1,000 a year until I'm happy with how much it is, basically. Next category is school. So $21,000, pretty little unfancy placeholder. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, some 20, 40, 60, 1, 2, 3. So $21,763. 21,000. Okay. I am okay with that. But also, just as a reminder, the money that is in my tax envelope, my tax savings envelope, this money, whatever is left over after I pay my taxes this year, will go to my school fund. because I don't know for sure what my tax situation is going to look like. I want to talk to a tax expert, but I don't want to pay extra beyond like actually filing my taxes. So I'm just going to hold on to that money until after I file my taxes. So furniture is the next category that has $110. So 110. And then vacation has 2,000. It is fully funded. I decided to take out the cash for that, or the prop cash. So it's just the 2,000 fully funded little index card in here. And so we got the 2,000. And this is going to go down in December because I'm going to fully pay for my cruise in December. So that's nice. It's still going to be considered fully funded though, because I'm not going to add any more money to it. But yes, this amount is going to go down next month. And then wedding has $110 in it. And that is my final cash category. So let us see how this is all adding up. So for my cash, let's see what we have. We have 3,776, 73 plus 658. So for cash, I have $66,124.94. And then for non-cash, and this is my investment accounts and the value of my car according to Kelley Blue Book. So this is for my I should take this off here. So for my 403B, which is the nonprofit version of a 401k, my employer sponsored retirement fund, for that I have $45.51.89. Now all my investments did lose money this month, but that's okay because you know everything goes like up and down in the stock market and like with everything in life. So Roth IRA, and this is my post-tax but tax-free withdrawals retirement fund. This has $13,203.21. My traditional IRA has $12,915.41. My house investments is $3,380.96, and then my car value is $36,916 and no cents. So this is my Kelley Blue Book value. It is the same as last month. It's a little more than last month actually, but that might be because I used my license plate number instead of using like my make and model. So it did go up a little bit, but I think that's just because this is a more accurate number. So let's see what I have in my non-cash positive assets, non-cash assets. So that is $45.51.89 plus 13,203.1 plus 12,915 plus 80. So that is for my non-cash assets, that's $70,967.47. Okay, So let's add that to my cash assets. So that's 66, 124.94. So that's $137,092.41. So total net worth is assets minus liabilities. So that's what you own minus what you owe. I don't owe anyone anything. So my total net worth is just what I own. So that is my cash assets plus my non-cash assets. That is $137,092.41, which is higher than last month's. So change in amount here is this minus that. So subtract 134,549.89 equals $2,542.52. That is how much my net worth has gone up. And then the change in percentage would be dividing this by 134,549.89 equals, and then we're going to multiply that by 100. So change in percentage, I added 1.9% of my net worth. So my net worth went up by 1.9% of what it was. And then the income times age, the benchmark, this right here at the bottom here is the benchmark for an average accumulator of wealth. And this is a calculation that is given out by the Money Guys. They have a YouTube channel and a website. They are actual certified public accountants, like they're 100% legit. And this is the little calculation that they give. So it's income times age divided by 10 years, 10 plus how many years you have until you reach 40. And of course, if you're over 40, you take out the years to 40. So it's just income times age divided by 10 if you're over 40, or 40 if you're 40 years old or over. It's just income times age divided by 10. So for me, and I just base this off of my full-time income, which is $39,000 a year, which is not great income. But based on that, my net worth should currently be $123,500. It is $137,092.41. So I am ahead of the average for my full-time income. However, that is because I've been making more. So I think I'm actually going to adjust this. I'm going to start adjusting this every month for what my actual income is for the year so far. So I think I'm going to do that right now, actually. Pause. Okay, I'm back. I did the math. I actually I added up all of my inflow minus the house sale, because that's not a normal thing. That would totally skew the numbers. So I added up all of my inflow and I divided it by 10 because there's 10 months in this year, and then I multiplied it by 12 so that I could extend it to the full 12 months. So my expected inflow for the year is $43,455.87, according to that like rough math. And then I multiplied it by 38 because that's how old I am, and divided by 12 because I have 2 years until 40, and that's what the bottom of that is 10 plus years to 40. So divided by 12, and that is $137,610.25. So according to that math, I'm actually a little behind what I should have. So that is interesting. And I think I am going to, I think that's how I'm going to do this from now on, is instead of using my like full-time income, I'll use my actual like inflow, minus the house sale, because I don't want to completely skew my numbers. That number was way too high to include, because then like the idea would be that I like expect to make that next year too, and that's absolutely not going to happen. So, yeah. So I'm just a little bit behind, like, 500 and some change dollars behind. But that's okay. I'm going to catch up. I'm going to stay ahead of this number, y'all. I promise you, I'm going to stay ahead of this number. I just need the stock market to behave a little bit. And I need to be good about saving. So this is my net worth update for the month of October, and of course that was preceded by my monthly overview for October. I hope this made sense. I hope that you're also doing this along with me, because I think this gives even more of an overview of exactly what's happening as compared to like months. So this is basically how I see it anyway, is you have your paycheck budget, right? You're looking at your 2 weeks, what's happening in your paycheck. Of course, you might not get paid every 2 weeks if you get paid twice a month, however that works out. So you have your paycheck view, and then you have your monthly view. And then this is really a life to date view. That's what this is. This is life to date. This is how my life has been going, basically. So it feels a little bit like I'm zooming out a little more, I guess, to see more of what's happening. So I really like this. I think it's very beneficial. I honestly think that everyone should look at this. Everyone should do this, because it's really nice to have a good overview of what's going on in your life as a whole, instead of just focusing in on the paycheck to paycheck life. I think it's helpful. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you're going. Like, are you actually on track? Are you on track for what your net worth should be? I know most people aren't, I guess, because a lot of people have a lot of debt, and this calculation is based on your net worth. So it's not just what you have invested, but it takes into account how much you have in cash, how much you have in debt, and how much you have invested. So it's all of those categories put into one to see if you are on track for retirement. So that is it. That is all. I love you. I appreciate you. You deserve financial stability, and I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.